What's going on, guys? I'm back with another video, and for today's video topic, I'll be talking about the new Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness trailer. In this video, it will contain theories, information, and some Easter eggs on the trailer that you might have not seen. Now, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, the trailer starts off with some quotes that were in Spider-Man No Way Home, such as,
"Don't cast that spell. It's too dangerous." "Why?" "We tampered with the stability of space-time."
Then it cuts off to Doctor Strange coming out of a building and him seeing the entire, his entire city turn into some type of black ink or goo. And this is very familiar as we've seen in the What If series, episode 4, when the Superior Strange, he messed up reality and it was going to destroy their universe and everything to turn into black goo.
Your desecration of reality will not go unpunished.
This meaning either Mordo is going to go after Doctor Strange and make him pay for what he did to reality, or he thinks that Doctor Strange did this when really it was the other Doctor Strange that we will see later on in the trailer. Then it cuts off to Strange saying it was the only way. And we hear him say something like this very familiar in Avengers Infinity War when he was saying to Tony,
"There was no other way."
Then it cuts off to a scene where it looks like Strange is walking up some stairs in his tower, except this is not his tower that we see in Spider-Man No Way Home or any other Marvel movie where we see Strange Tower. This is another dimension where a version of Strange's tower. And it might be Strange Supreme's tower that we will later on see in the trailer. Then it cuts off to a scene where we hear Strange say,
"But I never meant for any of this to happen."
Strange says, "But I never meant for any of this to happen." And we hear him say that in What If episode 4.
"I didn't mean for this to happen."
Then it fades off to a scene where we see Doctor Strange closing his hand on the window. But this is not the Doctor Strange that we know. This is Doctor Strange Supreme. And I know this because, as you can see, this Doctor Strange does not have the cape, and his hair is not fully done. And we always see Doctor Strange hair completely nice and no wrinkles or any mess ups in it. Then it fades off to a scene where we see Doctor Strange slowly lifting his head up. But if you look closely on his chest, you will see a symbol that the Doctor Strange in the comic has. So this means the MCU has given Doctor Strange a new comic feature. And after that, it cuts to a scene where we see Scarlet Witch channeling her powers like she's about to attack somebody. But in the background, if you look close enough, you will see a rectangular golden glowing type door. And we see this in Loki. This is the thing that they use to jump from timeline and dimensions. And this could mean that Loki could be in this new Doctor Strange movie, or it means that because of Loki breaking reality and branching making multiple branches in different realities and dimensions, this could be another version of Scarlet Witch coming from another dimension onto Earth to fight Doctor Strange. Then it cuts off to a scene where we see Doctor Strange's girlfriend being married to someone else. This meaning that she survived the blip and now has a relationship with someone else. And she just invited Strange there as a friend. which is kind of weird if you ask me. But Strange looks happy for her, so it's probably not as weird. And in the next scene, it shows us a crow, and then it jumps to us seeing America Chavez, and now she is finally introduced in the MCU, and she definitely will be the next member of the Young Avengers, as she already was in the Young Avengers in the comics. Chavez does have the power to jump from dimension to dimension and timeline to timeline with her portals. Then it cuts off to a scene where we see Achilles come out of one of America Chavez's portals. Now the question here is, why would they need Achilles? Or the question here is, why would they need Caecilius help? Or why would they need him at all for them to bring him back? Well, there's actually two or many reasons on why he's even back in the movie. Reason number one being, once again, he's probably back because the timeline is messed up and he's just coming back from the past. Number two, they brought him back from the past by going back in time with America Chavez's portals and bringing him back for help. And the reason why they would be doing that is because they would probably need his help. It's because he's one of the only people that Doctor Strange knows, besides the Ancient One, that knows dark magic. And they might need that to stop the villain of this movie, either being the evil Doctor Strange or maybe even the evil Scarlet Witch, or probably both of them. Then after that, it cuts to a scene with Doctor Strange approaching to Wanda and him asking, "What do you know about the multiverse?" And Wanda is looking kind of confused, but kind of like anxious, because she does know about the multiverse. And she has been studying it, as we saw in the last episode of WandaVision. So she's been studying on how she can get her children back. Now, this is where a theory of mine comes in. What if Wanda is one of the villains in this movie? I know it might sound crazy, but if you think about it, Wanda is searching through dark magic to get to her children, or to bring her children back, but she's obviously has not found a way on how to do that. So what if Wanda is after America Chavez and she is bringing monsters and things from other timelines to attack or capture America Chavez to gain her power? And I have some type of evidence with this, because it seems throughout the movie Doctor Strange is kind of like protecting America Chavez, or like just staying aside her for some reason. And I think the reason is because Wanda is after her and Doctor Strange is trying to fight her off. Or it could be an evil version of Wanda that's doing all of this. Then after Doctor Strange asking the question, it cuts off to a scene where we see some type of like castle of some sort. I don't really know what that is, so I'll come back to that in another video. But let's go back a few seconds, because we see Doctor Strange with another person behind him, along with America Chavez. And this girl's name is Celia. Yes, Celia. And in the comics, Celia and Doctor Strange fought Dormammu together and fell in love. So here comes another theory. Maybe this is like a Spider-Man situation where people who know Peter Parker come to the dimension. What if, because she had a relationship with Doctor Strange in another universe or dimension, she was brought to his universe because she knew him in her universe. What do you guys think of that theory? Tell me down below in the comments. Then it cuts to Mordo, and he looks kind of different. Well, I should say he looks older. And this might be because he probably was another person who survived the blip. And he grew up some hair. And it cuts to Mordo saying, "I'm sorry, Steven." And then it cuts to a whole bunch of mist covering some type of temple. But this temple does look familiar to me. Because in the Spider-Man No Way Home movie, before Wong told Strange not to cast the spell and to leave him out of any trouble that he gets into, in the portal you see some type of like temple-looking ancient type building in there. And I think this might be the place where it is. Where he went to, was what I meant to say. Then it cuts to Mordo saying, "I hope you understand." Then we see Scarlet Witch, or an evil version of Scarlet Witch, casting some type of spell, or she's doing something because we see her in a circle of candles and she's floating. So this might mean she's casting some type of spell on something, or she's gaining energy from something. Then it cuts to a scene where Mordo is fighting Doctor Strange, and it seems like Doctor Strange is in some type of like handcuffs. And people have been saying on the internet that Professor X will be coming into the MCU, and he will be the one that has captured Doctor Strange, and that's why Doctor Strange is in handcuffs. And I'm pretty sure some type of explosion or war happened, and that is what caused Mordo to come to Doctor Strange and fight him. Then it cuts to a scene where we see some type of explosion happen, and a whole bunch of people get blasted away. But if you look closely, you see someone or something, some type of like mutant typed animal, and it looks like an animal with horns or something, and he's fighting off someone. But I'll have to look into that later. Now let's go on to the next thing. Then it cuts to a scene of Mordo saying, "The greatest threat to our universe is you," and you meaning Strange. But while he's saying that, we see a clip of Doctor Strange casting some type of spell that he sees in a book, or he cast the spell to make the book like realistic and to like so he can see like from a better view. And this could be a book that he got from either Scarlet Witch, or it could be the book that we saw in Scarlet Witch that Agatha had in her basement. And this meaning, and if that's true, that means that Agatha knows all the dimensions. And this, I'm guessing, the picture that you're seeing right now on the screen, all those little circles and worlds that you see are probably all the worlds that all of the creatures and people are coming from different universes. And that would mean that Agatha knew about those universes and she's been to them, or she just knew about them. And that's why it's probably in that book. If it is Agatha's, it's probably in that book because she knew about all of those worlds. And by my count, that it looks like that is like about 12 realms or worlds. Don't quote me on that, but yeah. Then it cuts to a scene to Strange using some type of power that we've never seen him use before to protect, like I said, again, America Chavez from someone or something. And it looks like he brought some type of like octopus type legs. Then it cuts off to a scene to some type of big monster with one eye, and he's throwing a train at Strange and America Chavez. But once again, like I said, Strange is protecting America Chavez. Someone definitely sent that thing to go attack Strange. And I'm telling you, someone wants America Chavez's powers. And if they didn't, Doctor Strange would not be protecting her. Another thing, if they didn't want her powers, they wouldn't be going after her. They're definitely not going after Strange, because if they were, they would have probably already gotten Strange by then. Then the trailer finally ends with Mortal finishing his sentence, which is, the greatest threat to our universe is you. You meaning Doctor Strange. And it ends with us seeing the evil version of Doctor Strange. Well, that'll be all for this video. If you did enjoy, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on those post notifications so you get notified every time I post a new video. Now, I wish you all an amazing day, and I wish you all stay safe, stay livid. Peace out.